Thank you, President. My adjournment matter is for the Minister for Mental Health. And the action that I seek is for the Minister to urgently fund and establish at least 8 dedicated acute adolescent inpatient mental health beds in the Hume region. Albury-Wodonga's health redevelopment includes a new 32-bed mental health unit, but those beds will only serve adults. The same can be said for the redevelopment of the mental health unit in Shepparton, as it will not include any acute inpatient beds for adolescent patients, meaning there are 0 beds for adolescents in North East Victoria who need inpatient mental health care. I recently met with some wonderful young people who are struggling with mental health issues and calling for real support from the government. Katie Kendall of Wodonga, a teenager, told me how hard it was to find the care she needed at the age of 16. The closest mental health bed was in Box Hill, more than 3.5 hours away, and demand meant she was never guaranteed a place. Katie's story is not uncommon. Right now, 15 to 24-year-olds in crisis are still being sent hundreds of kilometres away to Box Hill for care, strapped into ambulances or divvy vans, frightened and alone. They're cut off from family, friends and even familiar support. The trauma is obvious, the costs crushing, and the ethics of leaving a young person in an emergency ward for hours before the journey even starts is indefensible. That's why Katie is leading a campaign called Beyond Beds. The campaign is a group of young people, mainly in Albury-Wodonga and Shepparton communities, who want better access to inpatient facilities for adolescents requiring mental health treatment. They don't have an organisation, they don't have a head office, but they have a passion driven by personal experience of pain and suffering of the system as it stands. The member for Benamba raised this issue in 2023, highlighting the story of a young man with homicidal ideations. That boy bounced in and out of the Box Hill, spent hours waiting for treatment in the Albury Hospital ED on numerous occasions. The toll on him and his family broke them. There are 58 acute adolescent mental health inpatient beds across Victoria, but only 4 are in regional Victoria. These 4 beds are split between 2 in Mildura and 2 in Traralgon, both a long way from Wodonga and Shepparton. Young people in the north and northeast deserve better. The 2019 Royal Commission into Victoria's mental health system recommended 170 new youth and mental health beds in Victoria. In 2022, the Victorian Government claimed that it responded and delivered on that recommendation by including 10 youth hospital beds in the home beds.
But